Hey, black belt collector. So one of my most anticipated figures the whole year was Cable. A huge hole in my collection. One of my favorite characters from whenever I was a kid. Always thought Cable was so cool. And yeah, I'm excited about this wave. I really think the Build-A-Figure is super cool. I'm a huge fan of the X-Men, so the Savage Land and all that is some of my favorite stuff. So I was very excited for about half the wave. So I did not pick up Iron Man just because you don't need him for a piece, and I'm not really interested in that superior Iron Man. Um, I got the rest of the wave. Really like Thor, Wolfsbane, Kazar, Icarus, Cable. I just don't know who Red Widow is. I'm not familiar with that. So that's the only figure that I bought that I do not even know. And I know that's silly to buy a toy you don't even know the character, but yeah, if you want to build this guy, then you have to. So that is the sad reality sometimes. Looks like we got a little bit of detail on the gun. It's pretty cool. Does look a little cheap, I suppose. Something about that gray silver plastic looks a little cheap. This one looks a little cooler. I'm sure people can customize and make it look a little more detailed. All right, got all that stuff out of the way. Get a couple of hands, the piece, the weapons, and then the man himself. So the head sculpt is so awesome. I love the 5 o'clock shadow, the frown, the good eye with the scar, and then the flashing eye. It's so cool. Very, very cool. This looks like it could be Colossus arm, you know, it looks very, very similar. The texturing and everything. Man, it looks awesome. So excited to finally have a Cable. So no pins in this arm or the legs, but oddly, you have to have pins in this one. It's funny, and you can tell the difference. It feels very gummy. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, just a weird thing there. We're going to pop off fist and give him something so we can hold probably this gun. I'm sure there are some other guns in my collection I could pull out that would look really cool. I feel like Cable should have a huge gun, you know. He's got this sort of hand that would be like holding a huge weapon, and this just doesn't quite get there. So, at least they gave us two guns. It's just weird. I almost would prefer just one huge gun. So the blue and yellow X-Men suit is cool. It's not maybe everyone's preferred look for Cable. I was never able to get the Cable with just like the futuristic outfit on. Missed out on that. That was right around the time I started collecting, and I just could never find them for a decent price. I hate paying more than I have to. Yeah, you got ankle, calf, knee, hip, and thigh. I mean, what more could you want? That is awesome. Can't really turn him too much because you're going to catch on that belt. So he's pretty much just going to look straight forward. Can't really crunch him too much either. Actually, it's not connected, so it's got a little separation there that allows for that. I mean, that's cool for articulation. Now that I see it does look a little funky. I don't know. That's actually pretty clever, though. They did that to where, you're not going to break the straps when you're moving them around. Interesting. Very cool. I didn't notice that before in the packaging. So, you got the one pinless arm, shoulder, bicep, elbow, wrist. Same thing over here, but you got the pins. And then the head. I mean, look at that. That is crazy. Looks way up, way down. Yeah, that's awesome. Like if this was Superman, that's how you'd want him to look. That is cool. So yeah, he looks awesome. This would be the first one I'm opening from this wave just because he was my most anticipated. Time to get him on the shelf. I'm going to throw him over in the collection real quick and we'll find a cool spot for him and check it out. All right, so got a lot going on here on the shelves. Always moving things around, always playing with my figures, putting them in different spots, and yeah, always an excuse to just pick them up and move them around. So for now, this is just what I happen to be moving with today. I just happen to have the Sentinel holding Deadpool and Wolverine just because we had just watched the movie, and uh, Bastion just kind of hanging up there. It's just kind of a placeholder. I had Storm up there for a minute, but put her back on the flight stand. Cyclops, Havoc, Iceman, Colossus, always moving things around. And then some villains over here, kind of my Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. The Juggernaut's not a mutant, but I feel like he belongs there. And then the man himself, Cable, down by the Sentinel head. So my plan, hopefully, eventually, here's a little shelf where I just throw extra, mostly villains. One of my favorite figures in the entire collection, Sauron. So eventually, I would love to have a Savage Land display, even a Mojo World display. Right now, it's pretty much what I've got going on. So yeah, anyway, always like showing off the stuff here. Cable is an absolute must-have for the collection. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.